What's going on, you guys? Clarity here, and we're about to play what's going on, you guys? Clarity here. We're about to play some SC2VN. Basically, this is just a random free game on Steam. It's about some kid that's like a semi-pro for StarCraft. Even though just that right there, the game already sounds a bit silly. I'm going without the camera just to make it easier to do editing, and gives it a bit of a, I don't know if you know the YouTuber RPG Minx. You know, she doesn't use a webcam, so I'm trying it out, see how it feels. So let's get into it. SC2VN is a visual novel about StarCraft in South Korea and the people who play it. They couldn't give it a short title. If you are new to eSports or StarCraft, you can watch a short voice-acted scene that will introduce you to a professional StarCraft. No, I'm good. Or you can blah blah blah. Watch it later. In SC2VN, you select the gender of the main character. Okay. The choice will mostly impact how he or she appears. The story differences are minor. Now select the main character. Guy or girl? You know what? We gotta go with the girl. Definitely. She's so kawaii. Begin the story as the female character. Yes. There's a certain feeling that every StarCraft player gets before they lose. Most try to ignore it at first, as if the inevitable is just another challenge to fight through. Like their past mistakes don't count if they just try a little bit harder. It's a natural thing to believe otherwise contradicts the hours we spend practicing. Still, every player must eventually come to terms with a defeat. That they have to queue up for another game, or maybe they flew across the world for nothing. Oh, I haven't met any players that can take a loss in stride. It's painful, it's permanent, it's proof that your best isn't always enough. Long after my elimination, I remain at the PC with a blank look in my eye. Clicks shoot from my finger as I leap from page to page. A tournament update mentions my defeat in passing, but no one acknowledges it. When my frustration fades, I'm left only with guilt. Oh, that's sad. I should have practiced harder. Guess you should have. Alright, we're in some kind of dorm or building. I consider sticking around to watch the final few games, but the knot in my stomach persuades me to avoid any more stress. People are nice enough to a foreigner with the heart to attempt a Star League qualifier. Oh yeah, guys, forgive my reading. I haven't read anything out loud since like high school, and I don't really read too many books, so I'm working on it. But without a win, I'm just one more in a long line of losers. True. Like, it doesn't matter if you get second place. It only matters who gets first. Hundreds spend their best years chasing the eSports dream. 1 in 50 makes it. This is for those that don't. 1 in 50 is actually not too bad. Every game of StarCraft begins the same. Gather resources. Train a worker, construct a building, rally an army, defend the base, contest the map, turn something small into something more. Epic. The game is punishing, stressful, training, builds you up, tears you down. It's not for everyone, it might not My fist rattles the desk and sends a plastic bottle onto the floor. With my chin in hand, I throw myself into the match replay. I force down a measured breath. Losing a throwaway ladder game shouldn't bother a player of my rank. Scout denial and my poor control of the final fight gave my opponent the edge. In retrospect, my mistakes seem obvious. I toy with the conclusion that he was hacking before realizing that I'm just making excuses. No, I should have been able to win that one. Yeah, that's a pretty common excuse, like cheating right away when you lose. Despite the Grandmaster badge next to my handle, I find myself too anxious to queue up for another game. The loss at the Victoria Star League qualifier earlier today isn't helping my mindset. I comb my tiny room with a look restless and unmotivated. Man, I guess it's pretty serious. I mean, if you're in the pros, I guess. Jesus. Sitting alone in a dark room for an extended periods of time is incredibly depressing, a fact I learned only when it became a significant part of my life. Oh, I understand that plenty. I play a lot of games in the dark. I don't know. I just like playing games in the dark. It kind of makes it better, in my opinion. Only one thing is certain. I've got to get out here. I've got to get out of here. Christ. After double checking that my apartment's door is locked, I hustle down the stairs and onto the sidewalk. Light grows with each step towards the shining skyline. Catchy pop beats and posters of flawless models dominate street after street. Foot traffic is thick and impatient. Seoul Tower sands fall from a distant hilltop. But even the lingering excitement of life in a faraway place can dredge me out of my hopelessness. Sometimes, especially on days like this, I regret pursuing eSports. It's a thought I've had more times than I care to admit since coming to South Korea. Even saying that, I know that I can't keep myself from competing. It's in my nature, and truth be told, this damn game is the only thing I'm good at. What is StarCraft? Some response to that with an explanation on its game mechanics or its storyline. There are other popular answers too. That it requires the dexterity of pianists alongside the strategic thinking of a chess player. Jesus, I haven't read anything in so long. I'm horrible. Maybe what StarCraft is most people, but to the hundreds who carve out a living on it, StarCraft isn't such a simple thing. Can we get to the game now? Jesus, such a long intro. It's the embodiment of a competition, a perfect playing field. No need for athletic genes, rabid parents, tutors, or expensive summer camps. You pick up on the game on your own, you learn, you improve, you work. If you're good enough, you can become a god. And if you fail, you stay a nobody. Jesus, like, she is serious about this. Holy shit. I'm not building towards a long-term career. I'm a friendless in a foreign country. I'm respected by no one. And if I don't qualify for the VSL next month, I'll be back at home, square one. Yeah, I'll be nothing. But hey, at least I play video games all day. True. You're pretty lucky that, you play video games for a living. Which I would like to do, but I don't. You never know. I'm going to college right now. Are you completely sure you haven't forgotten anything? Do you have enough money for the cab when you land? Are you sure that the apartment got your money? Is your cell phone charged? You brought an extra charger, right? Mom, I'm fine. Please, nothing bad is going to happen. Dad. Alright, I gotta do my deep voice. Remember, there won't be anyone to do your laundry, cook your meals, or wake you up when you oversleep. Budget well and you'll have 2 months. I won't hear anything about a loan for the flight home. It takes effort to keep a frown from my face. I'm certain that my parents came to see me off only so that they could say they did. I've already sunk the entirety of my savings into this. Now isn't the time for second thoughts. My dad gestures towards the security line and taps his watch twice. Go on, the sooner this is over with, the better. Mom. Oh, come back in one piece, hon. Nothing comes when I think of how to respond, so I only nod without another word. My parents walk away. Man, you sunk all your money into this? That's kind of reckless. Can I do something? No? Okay. She has to make her own mistakes. Mom. Thanks, Mom. I tighten my pace, quickening, even though I want to prove everyone who's doubted me wrong. I'm tired of losing for no one's sake but my own. With the sun long set, overhead signs wash the street in color, I've wandered so far that a walk back to my apartment would take almost a half hour. My renewed drive to practice my craft drives my search for a place to play. It's not long before I see the words I'm looking for. PC Bang. What? PC Bang? The amount of foot traffic suggests it's a popular internet cafe. A sign on the front window reads Golden Zone Fire. Though I've only visited them a few times, PC Bangs are one of the things that interest me most about Korea when I first got into StarCraft. Duking it out for champion status of a neighborhood cafe is old school cool, like the type of western where a sheriff defends his turf against upstarts and outlaws. It's an ideal that's a little bit dated. It's an ideal that's a little bit dated these days. Most StarCraft 2 competition takes place either online or in broadcast studios. I'll admit, I daydreamed of being born a decade earlier and playing the original eSports Brood War during its rise alongside PC Bang. A better time, only so they say online. I trundled upstairs and passed through the doorway, immediately struck by the size of the place. There has to be at least 80 computers. The crowd is too large for an ordinary evening. There are more people than there are PCs even. I indulge my curiosities on the first person I seek, a dark-haired guy observing a match of StarCraft 2 from behind someone's shoulder. Ma. Excuse me, is there an event going on? The guy turns around and looks at me like I'm speaking something other than Korean. After a brief silence, he responds, Are you new or something? How have you not heard of All Out Attack? Yeah, I am new, just asking. He hums and glances away for a moment. Though he doesn't apologize, he does fill me in. Golden Zone Fire hosts a StarCraft 2 tournament called All Out Attack once a month. It's one of the few places you'll find a decent player outside of an online cup or Star League. Used to be a Brood War tournament, actually. I see, thank you. Are you here cheering for someone? He only stares in response. The guy walks away with a shake of his head, mumbling something about foreigners. Ooh, I made him angry. The back of his shirt sports the Korean Programmer Association logo. Maybe he's a Brood War fan or something. None of the StarCraft teams under KPGA's regulations compete in anything except the original game Brood War. Understandably, they don't want to fracture a scene they've worked hard to build up. And luckily for those of us trying to keep from drowning in a game that's already deep with talent, KPGA players train for unbelievable hours. Well, I came here to practice and now present with an excellent chance to do so, if what the guy said is true. A few stares follow me as I walk forward to put my name on the sign-up list. I must look like a tourist and over my head. I'm definitely not the first foreigner to go abroad for eSports, but most come to South Korea only once they have results or fame. After playing for an hour with the PC time at the front desk, I settle for a station that has a mouse and a keyboard similar to my own setup back home. A few minutes later, I join my opponent's game lobby just in time for the start of the first round. His name isn't familiar, so I checked his profile to see he's ranked midway through the Master League, not bad for a casual player. He seems eager enough by the rate he's spamming go in the pregame chat. The game gets underway once I confirm that I'm ready. Ooh, it's a lot of reading. Workers, minerals, Vepsian gas, and command center. I start out every match with these resources at my disposal. It's my job to turn them to something that can defeat my opponent. Generally, that means I need to build structures capable of training units for my army. My build order determines how my end of the matchup plays out. This game I've opted for a quick Hellion attack. Not only will it offer me a chance to deal some damage to my opponents, but it will also allow me to scout. But it seems I don't have much to worry about. My opponent went through a 3-year build order, focusing entirely on his own economy instead of his army. Fortunately for him, the match isn't going to last very long. It's not going to last long enough for that risk to pay off. My Hellions make short work of his single queen and a handful of zerglings. With his front line out of the way, I'm free to rush into his mineral line and both his workers to remind him of the resources he needs to muster an army. Basic counter not running for my great opponent, GG. Easy. Got him. As soon as the victory screen displays, anxiety floods out of my body. StarCraft is tense. It isn't an exaggeration to say that there is never a moment to relax until a match is over. Bristling with confidence, I get up to check my next opponent, and it's Excel. I draw my lips in a line, and let my shoulders slouch. Well, that's the end of this tournament run. Excel is one of South Korea's strongest training players. He's well known for his old school cred, balanced play style, and friendly banter. He lost in the round of 8 of last season's VSL, a respectable finish, if not a high-paying one. From what I remember, Excel was a damn good Brood War player, but he was out of his prime when the sequel hit last year, so it makes sense that he switched. While considering what sort of rush I should do to steal a win, I feel a tap on my shoulder in turn. Excel, huh, so you are a foreigner. I find none other than the man himself standing there. This is a bit surreal considering I followed Excel's play for about as long as I've been into StarCraft. Luckily, his nonchalant manners disarms my surprise. I think we play next round. I'm Mock, a Terran. He misses a beat before regaining his smile, likely surprised at Armstead, and then answered him. Yeah, I saw you won your game. Not bad. Foreigners are an uncommon sight at All Out Attack. Are you a pro gamer? What team are you on? I don't know if you could call me a pro gamer at this point, and I don't have a team. Trying to find one now. I do my best not to look too hopeful, though Excel's blank expression is hard to read the way he pauses to scratch his cheek before responding. Well, good luck. Don't expect another easy match. You too. Thanks. Oh god, kill me. At least he laughed. My stress from before is mostly gone. If I lose, big deal. I expect to lose. If I win, I beat Excel. I'm still chewing over which cheese I should perform before I finally decide just to play standard. I shouldn't squander the rare chance to practice against a top player. He and I banter back and forth in the pregame lobby for a bit before the game gets underway. I haven't gone up against a player as strong as Excel in a while. There probably wasn't a single person at the VSL qualifier at his level. That only makes the potential victory all the more tantalizing. It's a chance to prove to myself that I've got what it takes. Even if I've decided on playing standard, I still got a decision to make on how to execute my mid-game strategy. This map is well suited for a Hellion attack. I'll have plenty of room to poke around his expansion since it lacks a choke point. An attack by air also be a strong option. The distance between our bases is relatively long by land, but it'll take a Banshee less than 5 seconds to travel from mine to his. I'm confident with both styles. It's just a matter of how I want to execute the attack. Oh, I have to pick? Oh god. Going with the hit and run. I produce my Hellions 2 at a time. It's at my first 4 across the map. Takes a few extra seconds to clear out the space between my bases. Confident that I have enough breathing room. I'm prepared for my first attack. My Hellions make a beeline for his natural extension work this line with some decent micro on my part. I managed to secure a few work kills before ordering a retreat. The lesser player might have sacrificed 4 Hellions for more economic damage, but I'll practice this style enough to know that I'll lose map control about them. This game is going insanely well, though Excel took his expansion before I did. The damage he took puts us on even footing. I follow up with an army of Marine Marauders, and Josh just the bread and butter of the most determined players. Since I cleared the space between our bases, he's in the dark about the timing of his next attacks. There's a solid chance that I could do enough damage here to end the game. Just as I arrived at Dallas with the Excel expansion, one of the shots and uploads ample Marines in my base. That's going to slow down my ability to reinforce. Whoa! Shit! With my focus on the drop in my main, Excel rushed into the army I left outside of his base while I wasn't paying attention. He's got a concave formation on me. Just like that, my advantage evaporates, though I managed to stay in the game for a bit longer. Excel wisely guards his lead by immediately taking third base. Soon enough, his economic damage reflected the size of his army. After my blunt, Excel's play is airtight. There really wasn't anything for me to do. With the groan, I offer a GG and concede the match. I didn't exactly throw my lead, but I did get seriously outplayed. Fantasizing about how victory would have felt doesn't help me keep in mind of the loss. Knowing that I did my best won't help so much. But not a moment later, Excel turns the corner with a smile and raised eyebrows. Hey, good game, you're actually not bad. I assumed you're here for fun or something? Oh, thanks. I'm here for fun though, you play really well. I'm surprised most foreigners don't hit timings like that. Good vision control too, and your scouting was top notch. You're really not on a team, at least staying at a team house? Oh, are you studying abroad? Nothing like that. I'm staying by myself in an apartment by the VSL studios. So you came to Korea alone and on your own dime, and you're not just visiting. Yes? I do my best not to seem awkward about my answer, but any reason to worry disappears when Excel smiles. It takes some serious guts to move out here like that. I can't think of a single person who's made it out here on their own. A few nearby competitors watch our conversation. It's probably not often that Excel gives his attention to a random nobody he crushes early in a bracket. I've got some time before my next game. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. Oh, sure. With a nod, Excel leads me from the PC area to the back of the cafe. We pass a number of known players on the way there, most lounging around no different than the cafe's other patrons. Maybe they aren't that different, I guess. Even professionals like to kick back with a tangle of chords and rush caffeine every now and then. Games shouldn't be all business all the time, although I bet that KPGA executives disagree. Sal comes to a stop away from the constant tapping of the keyboard. He then plops himself into a seat against the wall and invites me to join him with a wave of his hand. As I take my seat, I look up to find someone I recognize at his side. Jet is our former VSL champion. She won StarCraft's 2 very first grand final back in the beta. A year ago, she might have been the game's most famous player. Her flippant and inflammatory antics have made her somewhat controversial figure. She rarely GGs and isn't afraid to talk trash on stage. Oh, she's one of those. And there she is, just sitting there. It's all I can do not to stare. A smile plays on her lips when she glances past me to Excel. Jet. Excel. Seriously, stop promising my autograph as a reward for beating you. Excel. Hilarious. She can understand you, by the way. Who are you up against next round? Some Zerg dishwasher on LHT/UGG. I hate ZVZ. Jet rolls her eyes back to me after a brief appraisal. She lifts her chin and speaks a single word. Name? What? Oh, I'm Mac. Terran. I'm on, I'm teamless. Jet shifts her gaze back to Excel as asks, why did you bring this new back here? But before she can actually say anything, Excel comes to my defense with an easy smile. Hey, cool with the judgment until you seen her play. Plus, you ever heard a foreigner that came out here alone just for StarCraft? My girl right here did. You have to admit, that's brave. If that endorsement wasn't convincing enough, he offers one of his classic rings for good measure. The response seems to satisfy her for now. While I try to keep from showing any contract Excel's assessment, Jet aims her attention back at me. Didn't you see your name on the list of people who made it past the VSL qualifier? How did you place? I lost my second to last match qualifier. Before that, I dropped out on the final game of the last series. 2 attempts without making it, huh? Hard to tell much from that. Mainly depends on the bracket you had. How do you live out here with no team? Do you stream or something? I used to stream, but I don't anymore. Jet raises his eyebrow, waiting for me to elaborate until I look away. Without missing a single beat, she moves on to the next question. So your parents pay for everything? No, I'm here at my summer jobs earning a little bit extra from my grandparents. How lucky. I never got any handouts. This isn't going very well. Still, Excel looks as collected as ever, watching with a smile as the interrogation continues. Did you play Brood War? Not really. I mean, I had a copy as a kid, but I wasn't good. I had to cheat to even finish the campaign. Oh, then you were only a little bit worse than Jet. Oh, got him. Jet scowls silently at the jab. It's true that the 2 years she spent playing Brood War were mostly unremarkable. Then this is your first try at a professional gaming. While I nod, she gives me a hard look. Why are you even out here? What do you mean? I'm sure you're aware of your chances. It's been more than 5 years since a foreigner pro gamer accomplished anything noteworthy in Korea. I know what she's getting at, but it's not like a particularly great or unique answer. I scratch my head and look away. I mean, why else? I want to become a better StarCraft. I want to become better at StarCraft. Everyone knows that Korea is the place to do that. And why is that? Well, because it's the best players out here. Also, I've studied... Whoa, that's weird. I couldn't even read it all. No, I'm asking why you want to become better. It feels like she's forcefully extracting the truth from me. All the same, I can't leave her expression unanswered. I do my best to avoid showing the embarrassment I feel in my honest response. Because I want to be a champion, or at the least, show I can compete at that level. Everyone who plays this game wants that, don't they? You're right about one thing. Every idiot that makes it to their Grandmaster and takes a map off of a good player thinks they're pro gamer material. Champion, huh? Sheesh. She clicks her tongue and sighs, but doesn't seem displeased. Well, at least any more so than usual. I wouldn't have much ground to stand on if I disagree with her. Jet is one of the few who accomplished what the rest of us dream about. Don't be so harsh. Her style is solid, and she stood toe-to-toe with me for a while. With enough time, she could compete. What do you think? Why don't you practice with her a bit? I could. A little harm in giving her a chance. Oh, wait. Back up. What just happened? Did he say practice? Did she say yes? Excel answers her with a pleased expression. Jet takes a moment to stretch out before again crossing her arms across her chest. Stop staring and say something, Mock. The sound of the name wakes me up from stunned silence. I jolt upright and offer a flurry of nods. Sorry, I say yes. I definitely say yes. Jet and Excel watch me in silence until I lower myself back into my seat. It takes some determination to come out here alone. Let's see if it translates into wins, eh? The thumbs ups is settled. I'll somehow find myself with one of the best practice partners in the world. I really hope this isn't from the novelty of playing with some random foreigner. Excel, it's about time we get back out, all out attack. Wouldn't want to get you DQ'd if we'll be matching in the semis. Can you be certain that I didn't lose to Mock already? What if this was my way of saving face? Funny, you lost to a foreigner even once. Hey, you never know who's playing on barcode account. You sure don't want to pot split? Final offer. Collude with you? Not a chance. What about you, Mock? Gonna stick around? A PC bang with the bustle of the tournament isn't a great training environment. The bracket will probably take a few hours to work through too. Nah, I'm gonna head home. Got a lot of practicing to do tonight. Jesus. Leaving already? Well, hey, it was good to meet you. Be at the Golden Zone Fire tomorrow morning and we'll find out if you're overhyped. Will do. I rise and offer them each a nod and thanks before heading back towards the PC area. The last thing seen is a vague smile from Jet as she leans over and whispers something to Excel. Alright guys, that's the gameplay for now. If you want to see more, comment below and say you want to see more. If not, I'll leave it where it's at. This is a lot of rating, it's not a lot of playing, so I might play some other free games on Steam, but I'm still going to upload this, so if you enjoyed, could you please subscribe, like, and throw me a comment? That would be awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.